Hi everyone, this is Moni Singh, and I'm so excited. I have a wonderful personality with me today, Dr. Tayo Fakunle, and Dr. Tayo is an MSL, Medical Science Liaison. So, without further ado, we are going to go get start talking with Dr. Tayo. And Dr. Tayo, welcome to the show, and get us started by telling us what is an MSL. What do you do?
Thank you, Moni. Thanks for asking. So, the role of the medical science liaison, MSL for short, is to build professional relationships with key opinion leaders in medicine. We work for biotechnology, pharmaceutical companies, and healthcare organizations. And we educate doctors on the disease states and the products that are produced by these companies. We use scientific and clinical data to help the doctors use products and technologies safely for patients. We work,
Wow. Okay. Okay. So you are actually working in close like liaison with the doctors and helping them do
yes.
their jobs better. That's amazing. So I'm curious, how did you get inspired to get into this line of work?
Wow, it's all started interestingly since I was a little child. So I was born in Nigeria in West Africa in a little town called Zaria, which is a university town full of smart people, smart doctors. And my dad is a doctor and my mom is a pharmacist. So I was always exposed to professors who are doing medicine. So I always wanted to be a doctor because I thought that's the only kind of job you can do in a hospital, besides doctor, nurse, pharmacist. And I came to school in America. And then I started to learn about all kinds of different careers in STEM, engineering, math, science. And I wanted to do all of them. So I did. So I first did my chemical engineering degree. And I'm like, well, I want to do more school. So I now did my PhD in cell and molecular biology. And then I did research in scientific research in stem cells. And you can become many things like that. You can become a scientist, you can become, a manager, you can become a product manager, and you can also become a medical science liaison because medical technologies need engineers, they need doctors, they need scientists to make and understand them and to discuss it with doctors. So I was with all my degrees, I was a good fit to become a medical science liaison.
That's amazing because I know I tell people, like when people ask me about what was your career interest in learning, I tell people I'm a buffet person, right? I can't be focused on just one thing. I need to learn about everything. So you created a wonderful pathway for yourself, combining engineering and medicine in such a nice way. That's awesome. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
educating us, Dr. Tayo. That's
No
really amazing.
problem.
Now, what are some things that you like the most about your work, Dr. Tayo?
So one of the things I like about my work is that I get to meet many new and smart people all the time. I go and meet with them in the hospitals, I go and meet with them in their clinics, and also in medical conferences. And I'm there to teach and I'm there to learn too. There's always a lot of new medical technology, new medical techniques. And I'm there learning and teaching and exchanging information with some of the smartest people in the world.
It's awesome. And as you think about these medical technologies, the new things happening in the world of medicine, what's exciting you the most?
The thing that excites me the most is regenerative medicine. It is a combination of engineering and science to use to recreate body parts or to recreate cells and tissues so you can fix broken arms, broken legs. You can later on fix the brain, the heart. It's research and development, and there are clinical trials being done so you can use regenerative medicine to cure people.
Cool. I was watching Avengers, The Age of Ultron yesterday, and they actually were showing a regenerative. This doctor was doing something, so that's cool. So it's not just science fiction; people are doing it.
It
So,
is real.
very very nice. This one is like really really out there. I think it's for the youngsters out there. This can really create that inspiration for them, right? You're able to now recreate human tissue. Amazing. Now, as you think about your journey, and I know you created this interesting path where many people, don't think about it by combining engineering and medicine all together. What advice would you like to give to youngsters who might might be thinking about their life similar to yours. What advice would you like to give them?
Study hard and follow your passion in STEM. There's something for every little child in science, technology, engineering, and math. Even if you don't like math today, when you come to the workforce, you need math for everything. You need math for science, for engineering. So all these things are the foundation. And you don't need to be do just one thing. I did many things and then ended up doing the one thing that I love that combines everything. So if you want to be an engineer in school. If you want to be a scientist, be a scientist. The most important thing is to love to learn and love to learn everything about your environment and about yourself.
Yeah, that's great. Keeping an open mind. And, it's not that whatever you decide today, if you're in high school, is cast in stone, right? You can, as you learn more
Absolutely.
about the world, about yourself, you can definitely create a new pathway. That's powerful because I know many children feel like they're going to be stuck with something, right? And I think that's really important to keep evolving, keep learning about yourself. Um, so, I think you talked about your educational pathway you took, from doing the bachelor's to master's and then also PhD. Is that a pathway you recommend for students, like in terms of thinking about what degrees to get to becoming an MSL? Is that a pathway they have to take, or is there something else?
So, so there's many things. So medical science liaisons have multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary backgrounds. Many times there's something else before they become a medical science liaison. Okay. So the important thing is to do something that is health science related. It doesn't even have to be the first time. You can become an engineer, then later on go and do a master's in in nursing, for example. So really at this level, when you're in high school, the first thing you need to think about is what do I love to do? And that's what I want to do as an undergraduate. Okay. Most medical science liaisons have an advanced degree, such as a PharmD, an MD, or a PhD, and there's no defined path. So all I can say is follow your passion as an undergrad and keep learning about different kinds of careers there in there, and eventually you can become a medical science liaison later on. You don't have to figure it all out right now.
Very nice. And if you can, Dr. Tayo, any events, any specific event or something funny that you'd like to share about, being an MSL?
Yes. So one of the exciting things about MSLs is that you travel a lot. We are what you call externally facing advisors. So we work with people outside the company, like doctors who use the product. So I work from home and then I travel all around the country to meet with, to go to meet with doctors in their hospitals. So sometimes you're traveling to places that you've never been before and you don't understand what the weather is like, you know, you have to rent a car. So one time I flew to Colorado and I flew to Denver airport and I had to drive 3 hours to a city. And I did not know it was the up in the mountains and it was a snow day, the first snow day. So I drove up the mountains in a very, very curvy, scary route and it started to snow. So it was funny after the fact when I got there safely and got back home. But the lesson is really learn about your environment and everything and every step before you take such a journey.
Think what you just described would be an adventure for people who love being outside, being traveling, right? And they can really, as they're going into different medical offices, get to see the world. So that's
Yes,
awesome. Very
yes.
nice. Dr. Tayo, is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience?
No, I mean, I think, if you like geography, if you like English, whatever it is, the MSL role can be for you because I've done it all as a medical science liaison. I even one time traveled for work to Italy for work for a conference, and I got to take a little vacation also. So you can travel the world and be all you can be as a medical science liaison.
Nice. Well, Dr. Tayo Fakunle, thank you so much for being with us and sharing your wonderful world, your career with our audience, and our best wishes for everything that you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Moni.